What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video from last night. After, of course, if you don't know, our boy Phil wage quit. That's right, he wage quit Call of Duty, the campaign. I think the support was extremely slow, and Phil was worried that he wasn't going to hit the dent streak and not be able to order that Japanese food for Fat Cat. That's right. So our boy Phil did a what's it called? He changed it up, decided to do multiplayer, and if it wasn't for one super dent dropping some massive subscriptions on Kick, our boy Phil would have not been able to hit the dent streak, which we all know is just it's just a charade. I mean, our boy Phil has just moved the goalpost so many times on this. It's not even funny. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Rap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, the 3rd of November, 2024, a jam-packed return day, so let's get into it. On today's Level 1 podcast, many important and interesting things were discussed, including my upcoming schedule for this week, the debate of whether I should play Dragon Age Veilguard, talking about a brand new goal reward for continuing the support streak all this week, a really unique, interesting restaurant, and I reacted to the most cringe moment in Dragon Age Veilguard. Essentially, someone challenged me and said, if you can watch this moment and react to it and survive it and not be upset, you'll probably enjoy Veilguard. But if you watch it and you're pissed, you probably shouldn't play Veilguard. So I did that live on the podcast today. I'm actually going to split that out as a separate highlight as well for you to enjoy overnight. So check it out. If you liked that previous highlight I did a few days ago, calling out Twitch's CEO, you should definitely enjoy this highlight. Then we jumped into Life is Strange Double Exposure.
All right, I'm gonna stop it here because our boy Phil is looking to be get a viral moment. I think he's trying to get the May 1st burst viral moment yet again and try to get something to pop off. He was super excited about some video about the Twitch CEO where he ranted and raved like an idiot and didn't really give any true insight into the situation or the problem, just basically called everyone idiots. And he ended up getting 4,000 views on that. And to him, he actually literally said he was trending. Like, it hit the algorithm or whatever. Dude, 4,000 views is nothing, honestly, brother. I get that on one of my regular, semi-boring videos. So it's not popping off Phil. So it looked like Phil tried to, pop off, try to get some eyes and viewerships and try to get his channel to pop again. But it failed. What did he get on that? I think he ended up getting on that clip. Well, let's see what he got. Because your boy Doody doesn't want to, make stuff up. So for that specific clip, Phil ended up getting, let's see what he got here. Phil got a whopping 900 views. 900 views. Good job there, Phil. All that effort for, well, not really effort, but yeah, I guess you're gonna have to do something more exciting, Phil. Maybe forget that the camera was on one more time. If you're looking to really pop off and hit the algorithm, maybe do that. Maybe forget that the camera was on.
Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The game has a lot of cringy dialogue. The game has, a lot of political and cultural agendas that it's pushing, but at the very same time, if you go into it knowing that, because that's really what the first game was too, you're gonna like it. And actually, to be honest, 3 hours in, I do like it. It started slow. It reestablished Max's storyline 10 years later, what she's doing in her life, where she is and what she's up to, even caught you up on a lot of the events that have happened in her life since then, and the ending of the original Life is Strange game. If you remember, there's 2 endings to that game, and you get to choose the canon ending for your playthrough of the sequel, which is pretty neat. So, I was enjoying it, but I'll be honest, the intro's short, the intro's very long and slow, but I think it's done on purpose because they want to reintroduce you to the character. Then, like almost 2 hours in, some crazy stuff happens, and then the game really picks up and gets more interesting, but then it slows down a little bit again, and I'm confused because after 3 hours playing today, I had a good time, don't get me wrong, narrative-based game, building character development, and all the periphery characters and everything, and it's a murder mystery again, just so everyone knows, just like the first game, it's kind of a murder mystery. But I was scratching my head, wait a minute, I played for 3 hours, Max hasn't used her powers at all. And that's the whole premise of the first game, is she discovers she has time manipulation powers and, what trouble that leads to in the light. And I was like, why hasn't she used them yet? For what I don't understand, the game is 8 hours long, but you know me, when I play a game, I take my time, so probably for me it would be more like 10 hours. I'm enjoying it, but 3 hours in, a third into the game, and still no powers. I hope that they come soon, and I hope that there's that mechanic. But for a good start, it was entertaining. There was some cringe dialogue to make fun of. You know, just how I used to do these choose your own adventure style Telltale games. I did the same thing, silly commentary and all the like, and people seem to really enjoy it. So I hope that you'll enjoy the playthrough. It should be live as of right now, the first 3 hours, and there's much more coming later this week. Now tonight's late stream. So this is the second night of me playing the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 campaign. I'm gonna be very honest with all of you. I don't like it. All right, like I skipped the campaign last year. I can't even remember if I did the campaign the year before, but these Call of Duty campaigns have fallen off. At one point, they were quite good. They're just not anymore, all right? And so the first stream of it that I did last week, it was laughable. There was like a 10-minute segment and then a 45-minute puzzle and then an hour of stealth. And I was like, this is so fucking silly and boring. And the game crashed multiple times when I was playing it and everything. And I was like, is this really what the campaign is? Why do people like it? I'm very confused. So then tonight, I resumed. Guess what the first mission is? Stealth. It's played like Hitman, where you have 3 optional ways to complete a mission. Don't get detected, no gunplay. Instead, you got to sneak around doing dialogue and stuff. And then after that, after playing that for no exaggeration, around 90 minutes, finally the game gets to some gunplay, and it's so boring. Like, you're going into an area, and every single room, you've already cleared the whole area with stealth, so you already killed a bunch of enemies. Oh, now the game spawned tons of new enemies. Every room has 5 or more enemies in it. Every corner, there's a guy shooting at you. This is so bad. So I played the campaign for an hour tonight. At the end of the hour, my eyes were burning. I was falling asleep. And I said to the audience, guys, I really don't want to play this anymore. Like, I just don't want to force myself to play this game that I know is not good. To me, anyway, I'm just not enjoying the campaign. I just want to play the multiplayer. And everyone was like, just do it. So I switched. And I'm not even kidding you. The moment I switched to multiplayer, all of the attentiveness and the interest of the audience went way up. People all of a sudden came out of the woodwork and started supporting the stream. And I want to give a shout out to Darkside Pimp. Darkside Pimp gifted a ton more subs again to the Cake channel, and that helps a lot. And so tonight I finally said, listen, this guy is the #1 contributor to Cake. I gave him the OG badge. He deserved it. So now we have four people who earned the OG badge. They're calling themselves the 4 Horsemen over on Kick. The first 4 people to ever have it out of 100 who over the years I can gift these out. So yeah, I think honestly the campaign's not that good. Some people were telling me it was really good. I disagree. It just was not entertaining to me at all. I was literally falling asleep. And the moment I started playing multiplayer, it picked up. So what did I do? I was using this new assault rifle. I can't remember what it was called. So we started using that, and you had to...
All right, I'll let this idiot ramble on long enough. So, yeah, he officially wage quit. That's right, folks. Phil wage quit Call of Duty Black Ops 6 campaign. And I'm going to translate it for you guys. And he kind of told a half-truth there. He quit it because there was no support. There was literally no support. He got $20 in support an hour in. And he was worried that the den streak was going to end. That was the only reason why he started complaining about the fucking campaign. That's it, folks. Nothing more. The campaign isn't great. No Call of Duty campaigns are great. They're not. But it's serviceable. It's a fine campaign. It's something to do for several hours to get some achievements. And that's really it, Phil. It's not more. They've actually made it a little bit more interesting with more stealth, which I don't mind. And the puzzle component, which isn't bad either. It's something different, Phil. And yet you're the moron that'll sit here and complain and say, oh, they just keep producing the same shit over and over again. Why don't they do something different? They did something different in the campaign this year, Phil. And that's why a lot of people like the campaign. For me, it was fine. I did it. It was fine. It took me a few hours to knock out. And it was just something to accomplish. But other people liked it because it was different. It was something different. But again, you know, it doesn't matter. This just goes to show and prove yet again that the only thing Phil cares about is money. That's it. Because trust me, if he would have hit $150 within that hour, he would have played the campaign and he would have said, oh yeah, it's not bad, it's pretty good, blah, 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 and would have finished it. Man. But again, this just goes to the adage that Phil does nothing unless it brings him money. For anyone. Dude, it's just ridiculous. And if it wasn't for Darkside Pimp or whatever the hell his name is, he wouldn't have gotten anything. Because I think he was like the only supporter. He ended up dropping, I think, like 17 memberships or something like that. Dude, it's just pathetic, brother. Pathetic. I mean, for Phil You're dropping that kind of cash for Phil? I mean, not even an OnlyFans girl, not even someone attractive, not even someone with personality. I mean, I can understand if you like Phil, if you thought he had a really good personality and he was interesting or he was good at games, but he is none of that. He's basically a 42-year-old boomer who sucks at games, who treats people like garbage, and constantly begs. What in that equation do people find remotely interesting? I don't personally get it. But I mean, if that gives Darkside Pimp a stiffy, then knock yourself out, bro. You and Runner are the only ones out there that are propping up this fucking idiot. And I hope it makes you feel good to know that all that money you're sending him is simply going right into WWE Champions and DoorDash, brother. Nothing more, nothing less. Anyway, yeah, he officially wage quit it, which we probably thought he was going to do when he was complaining the last time when support was slow on it. So I guess that's the mantra going forward. If he's not getting support on a game, he's going to just simply wage quit it, and that's just it. Okay, Phil, great job there. Great job. Let's see what else he had to say. But yeah, he officially wage quit, and pretty pathetic, brother. You can't even beat something that's like a 7-hour campaign of that, 5 hours, and you couldn't even hang in there and finish it, bro. Pathetic.
Do the daily challenges as you like kill people who work with the decoy and shit like that. After about halfway through the stream, I unlocked the Goblin Assault Rifle. So I started using it, and after like 2 or 3 matches, I unlocked attachments, and I started kicking ass with this thing. This thing is single shot, semi-auto, not full auto, but I'm like ripping through people from a distance and doing really good. I got some crazy good kill streaks and stuff by the end of the night, and people were pumped and excited. I was like, yeah, this is what Call of Duty's about. Not playing through a campaign that's trying to be like Hitman and stealthy and fucking boring. It's supposed to be playing multiplayer, unlocking, having fun. That's what it's about. So I had a great time tonight. So we continued with the goals tonight. Everything went well. Even though the campaign, I might be done with it because I'm so bored with it, quite frankly. I still had a great time. Okay? Now, tomorrow, Monday, the 4th, is React Day. It's the next to last ever show of DSP versus the Internet. It also might be the last time that we're doing Retro React for a while because we're finishing Silent Hill 1 tomorrow. And I don't know if we want to do another week or if we give it a hiatus so we can focus on games. All right? So let's talk. Tomorrow will be a fun level 1 podcast. I'll recap the stuff that happened today. I'll talk about any game news or whatever that's going on. And then it's going to be DSP versus the Internet on DSP Reacts, the next to last episode ever. Okay, so tonight I'm going to make the playlist and everything and get ready for the show. And it should be a good one. I think it's going to be a good show. And then tomorrow night, it's Retro React, the conclusion of Silent Hill 1. So a big full React day. I'll be honest with you. These are the days that are the hardest to hit the support goals. Why? Because I don't get a lot of attention on this React content. I don't. I'm getting, between 200-300 or more viewers on YouTube and sometimes 50 or more viewers on Kick whenever I'm doing a game. But now when I'm doing this React stuff, the attention just falls off. So I am nervous that tomorrow, sadly, we're not going to get a good crowd, and it always gets tenuous and close hitting the goals on Mondays for these React days. So let's see how it goes tomorrow. Fingers crossed the streak continues because we're at 49 now, okay? All we need to do is we need to hit, that's not it. We need to hit, that's not it either. Where is it? 49 now, see that? We needed 56 for this big reward on Friday, a special awesome restaurant. So let's keep it rolling. Hope you'll come by and hang out with me and support if you can tomorrow. Okay, everyone, please have a good night. Enjoy the gameplay. See you in the AM.
All right, folks. So Preemptive Beg on React Day. God, that's what Phil's channel is now, bro. Food. It was WWE Champions, but it was food and food and begging. That's essentially all his channel is, bro. It's, man, I can't wait for Franny to come out and how many begs did he have last night. I'm pretty sure it's up there. I'm pretty sure it's up there because even when Darkside Pimp dropped his member bomb, his sub bomb for Kick, of course, the liquidity was still low, and the man was begging like a crackhead. He was just begging because the tips have been low. The tips have been low for Phil. That's the one thing. I'm a little bit behind on my chart, my spreadsheet where I keep his tips and all that. I'm a bit behind, I'm like a month behind. But the last I checked, the tips are hurting for Phil. I mean, the only thing propping his channel up is his kick subs. If it wasn't for his kick subs, he'd be fucking shit out of what? I mean, he'd be fucked. That and the occasional whale like NDL coming and dropping $100. If it's not for that, bro, our boy Phil would be in a world of hurt. Anyway, this is one of 3 videos, folks. Of course, the next one's going to be DSP wasting like $2,000 on WWE Champions. And then I'm going to have a little video about my chat with Boyd, DSP's former supporter. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.